He's now a Craftsman Truck Series winner after his win at Talladega just a little over a week ago. We're joined by Seekonk's own, the one and only Gio Ruggiero. Gio, welcome back to the show. Talk to us first and foremost, obviously Talladega with the win just a week ago. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Want to recap back a couple of weeks ago. You had a pretty solid run up at New Hampshire, your home track, first time there. Fourth place finish, led some laps. Talk to us a little bit about New Hampshire right out of the gate.
For us this year, and it was really cool to, be back home and have a race where a lot of my family members could come out and support me and watch me, in person. So it was really cool to have everyone's support and have a lot of fans there as well. It was definitely out of all the tracks that we've been to this year, I think the fan base and the crowd at New Hampshire and Talladega were definitely the best too.
So one thing we never get to talk to you about in our first conversation just a couple months back was a little bit about your workout routine. We see a lot of the stuff you're doing in the morning down in North Carolina. Talk to us a little bit about what you've got going on down in North Carolina, day in, day out, kind of getting things moving and getting in race shape.
Yeah, I definitely do my best to stay in the best shape and race conditions that I can. So I train at the Toyota Performance Center daily during the week, and I usually work out there in the mornings, and they have two trainers there who do a great job with all the drivers, and they write us workout routines, and there's also a nutritionist who kind of writes out meal plans for me and helps me, when I'm traveling on the weekends and going to certain racetracks, kind of find good places to eat and healthy food options. So I don't feel bloated or, tired in the race car.
So let's talk a little bit about Talladega and that first win. Started off great that weekend, even before winning this past week down at Talladega. You got the pole, I believe your first pole of the season. How'd that go?
Yeah, Talladega was my second pole. Actually, I ended up getting the pole at Charlotte earlier in the year, but we had a really fast truck, and it was really an awesome race for us. We qualified on the pole and led a lot of laps. We were definitely in control for 90% of the race there. I felt like we had the opportunity to win the first stage, but we short pitted it and came in and took tires, and our strategy played out really well for us. We won the second stage and brought home the win, and I think we led about 40 laps total. So it was definitely a good showing for us, and just proud of all the Tricon guys for bringing me such a fast truck.
Talk to us about that first time visiting Victory Lane in the Craftsman Truck Series. Quite a race that, obviously, that Friday afternoon, and you find Victory Lane. Anything is possible at Talladega, as they say, but must have been nice to find Victory Lane at a place like Talladega on that Friday afternoon.
Yeah, it was cool. It was definitely an awesome place to win at. Like I said, the fans there were awesome, and definitely New Hampshire and Talladega were the two most packed races in the stands, and as well as the infield. So it was definitely cool to win at a track like that. Obviously in my rookie year as well, to get a win in the Truck Series is really cool. So just kind of moving on to Phoenix. We had Martinsville on Friday and had a good run going there as well. But I think we'll have a really good truck for Phoenix, so I'm looking forward to that one to close off the year.
Getting on a plane heading to Phoenix here tonight. What do you look for at Phoenix to round out the 2025 season for you?
Yeah, I just want to go and have another chance to run up front and contend for a win. I think that's been our goal for most of these races here, and I think we have the truck capable to do that. So I've been to Phoenix before. I've been there in an ARCA car and I really enjoyed the track, so I'm excited to get back there in a truck, and it'll be cool to go there for the first time in a truck, and just kind of, like I said, my goal is to be able to get out there and compete for the win again and hopefully bring it home.
Talk about goals here. Looking back on the 2025 season, what are some of the things you think you've done right, and where are you looking to improve going into 2026?
Yeah, I feel like I definitely have improved a lot from the start of the year till now, and I feel like I definitely had a lot of success on both super speedways this year, which was really cool. So just naturally seemed to adapt to those tracks and the racing style. So I'm excited for, Daytona in February, and I think there's, some areas I can improve on, with the mile-and-a-half stuff. But I feel like if we continue to, go on the path that we've been headed the last couple of weeks, it's gonna turn out really good for us next year. So I'm excited for that, and I feel like we have some good momentum heading into 26.
So you got a spot picked out for that trophy that you brought home from Talladega, which, by the way, is not really a paperweight by any stretch of the imagination.
No, man, it's heavy. We tried picking up it in the shop, and we actually weighed it, and I believe it was 85 pounds, but it's definitely a pretty heavy trophy, and one of the cooler ones that I've got. I ended up putting it in my trophy room downstairs at my house with all the other trophies I have from ARCA and late models. So, it's definitely a cool one to put on display, and I'm excited.
So, any plans for the off season to get ready for 2026?
Yeah, this off season is going to be longer than what I'm used to. Racing super late models usually would run up until December in the Snowball Derby and get started back up in early January. So probably going to spend some time back home in Massachusetts with my family and just, do everything I can in the gym and with my studying to get ready for the next, the next season. So it'll be cool to have some time off and, like I said, get to go home and have some good Italian food back in Massachusetts.
Of course, can't let you get out of here either. We had you up in Connecticut for Lime Rock back in June, I believe, after we spoke to you on the show the first time. Had a pretty solid day, if I'm not mistaken, up at Lime Rock. Talk to us a little bit quickly about Lime Rock and that race weekend.
Yeah, that was definitely a really cool track to run at. I was, excited to go somewhere that was close to home, like New Hampshire. But obviously it's a road course, and it's a little bit different than, what a lot of people are used to who follow short track racing. So I thought it was an awesome track, and if you haven't been before, it's definitely worth, the drive to go and check it out. They have that hill that you drive over, and you see some of the trucks, the front tires lift off the ground, and that's pretty cool to watch. But I think it's a unique track, and definitely was a good race for us. I think we came home third in that one. So I've enjoyed the road courses this year. I think I've got a top 3 on every road course this year, and excited for more next year. So not something that I had a lot of experience in going into my first truck season, but I feel like I've studied a lot for them, and I feel like it's paid off for me.
And, of course, important question. I'm sure there's a lot of sponsors and folks that help you get to the track every week that you'd like to thank here tonight.
Yeah, definitely super thankful of everybody at Toyota and Tricon for all of their support and, always being behind me. So really excited to be in the Toyota program, and everybody who supports me back home, all of the fans. I really enjoy going back home to New England to have a couple of races and get to see everybody. It's really cool for me to have that opportunity. So excited to go back to New Hampshire, next year, and I think it'll be a good one.
Joining us here to kick off the show tonight, talking about that Talladega win and pole and the 2025 season. Always a pleasure to be joined by Gio Ruggiero. Gio, we'll talk to you soon and maybe see you this off season back here up in the Northeast.
Thank you. Talk soon.